Namaste, blessings and greetings, my angels. Let's get right into it. This is Sacred Sagittarius, Angels Answers All, bringing you your energetic reading for the month of November regarding your finances and career. This is to cover you for the first half of November. Again, we'll revisit it towards the end of the month, and of course, we will do a special one as we start our birthday season. If you're not a subscriber already, hit the subscribe and like button, share, like, and comment. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the channel. Let me shout you out by putting your name or comments below. And also, if you are a Sagittarius or you know someone that's a Sagittarius that hopefully will be a member of the channel, or you can refer them to the channel, please put your birthday and the month. I don't need the year. And I'll be trying my best as I do the daily readings and content during our birthday season to give you a shout out. And I always like to hear your comments and what draws you to the channel when readings resonate with you. So please don't be shy. This is a safe community. Heavenly Father, thank you for all that you have given me and my fellow Saggies. Guard and protect our space. May no weapon in any negative or toxic form overshadow us or take over our positive energy. Bring light and love to all that we do, touch, and see. And especially bless this reading for Sagittarius. May love and prosperity and wealth and great health come to them this month of November as we go through our birthday season in November through December. My cards are always blessed and prayed for. Tell a lot for time. This is a safe, sacred space. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are general readings. They are not personal, so take what you may. Leave the rest to the rest of the community. These videos are timestamped. We're going to be starting officially now at 1:50. Let's first start out with the tarot. And let's see what our finances and career energies could be possibly looking at during this time. So some of you could be having some challenges when it comes to your career and finances. You could be fighting off bill collectors or people maybe that you even owe money to, Sagittarius, which I hope is not the case, that is wanting to collect from you. Could be having conflicts with fellow co-workers, you know, someone trying to take your position, take credit for your work, right? A lot of that shade goes on in the job, or people just jealous of your energy, again, jealous of you trying to advance in a role. So I really feel like be guarded with whom you share your ideas and your passion about your job and what moves you're planning to take or not take. Like if you're planning to leave the job, don't tell fellow coworkers, or if you're going for a pay increase or you're changing your role to a higher role in your company, don't let people know that you're applying for that role, okay? Because you could be competing with a fellow co-worker and it can get a little sticky. So just keep life in general, just keep your plans to yourself until they actually manifest. We don't need anyone's negative juju or negative energy blocking our blessings or get in the way of what we're trying to manifest. So, you know, rising to the top is never easy, right? But you're gonna have people who are gonna want to not see you rise because they're not rising, and you're gonna have those who are gonna try to challenge you or make your life difficult, especially for those of you who you were just a regular staff member on the team and now you're being elevated to supervisor, department head, or manager. Your fellow co-workers who you used to be all goody-goody with, right, going to lunch, probably hanging out after work and stuff like that, kind of formed like a friendship outside of the office. That can quickly change when one of you now get into a higher position within the firm, and especially if one of you now have to report to each other in that higher position. So that's the type of energy that I see. Lastly, the conflict that many of you could be having is that you are having difficulties with management, with your performance reviews, or getting the money that you want, getting money that you were promised, like negotiations, payment of your bonuses on time, or the amount of bonuses that you feel you're due. Others of you, they're not on deck with letting you work remote. They might have been a few years ago, but now they want you back in the office full time. And not only you, but your other coworkers as well, it's not sitting with. But particularly with you, Sagittarius, because of your particular situation, you feel that you really should be allowed to work remotely, you get your work done, etc., etc. So those are the type of energies as far as pushback and conflicts and arguments and disagreements many of you could be facing, as far as your career. Otherwise than that, many of you emotionally, you're handling your money and your career and whatever you are going through in your job quite well. With the King of Cups, many of you, like I said, you're making stern decisions in your careers. You're focused on what you want to do. Financially, you're making your money work for you. And if you haven't learned how to do that, you're starting to learn how to do that and look into ways again to increase your income, pay off debt, and just be financially more healthy. There's definitely an opportunity for new things to come into your life as far as money to fill that cup, to fill that bank account. Also, it could be an opportunity to you where someone is offering you a partnership or an opportunity to join their company or to join in an investment. So look at that potentially coming to you within this month. Others of you, you are like, you're standing your ground. You're very solid in your foundation. You continue to build. Many of you could be celebrating. Maybe you've had some major investment returns. Earlier investments that you might have made when you were much younger, they're now maturing and you're turning that money over. Some of you can be taking that money and now liquefying it and putting it into real estate and what have you. But there is a cause of celebration. It could be also because there could be, with this Ace of Cups, potentially some money gifted to you through someone that cares about you. You could have done a good deed for someone in the past and they remember that, and that person could have came into money, or that person might have left you something within their will. So you also have that someone could be thinking of you if they haven't already put you in their final instructions. They're thinking that they want to somehow repay you, and if they feel they can't do it while they're here, they will try to do it as they transition. With the overall energy of the Knight of Cups, there might be some fast things that you want to do as far as your career. Don't act so much on impulse. Like I said, if you're going through toxic situations or disagreements or setbacks in your job, don't react too quickly, because sometimes the Knight tends to act a little fast without really thinking. So take your time. Don't be emotionally tied to your money or to your job. Remember, it's a career, it's a job. They're not your family, even though you might be close to them. And like I said, where there's situations where you are competing with your coworkers or there's jealousy, that's just another reminder. You're just there to do a job, to collect your paycheck, and to keep it moving. You're really not there to make friends and then under the impression of guys that you're family. Because ultimately, they're the company, you're the employee, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. You know, they have any at will moment where they can choose to let you go or decrease your pay, you know, lessen your benefits. They're very much in control. So I don't think a true family member who loves you would want to distract anything from your life. And I get it, times are hard, but companies can still do better by their employees than most of them are doing. But, you know, I do feel that a lot of companies use this time when the world is shaky and things are uncertain, to cut back on benefits, to cut back on pay, to cut back on bonuses and what have you, on things that they know that their employees kind of really need. And for most of them, that's one of the reasons why they went to that company or they hold that particular job, because of the great benefits, because of the great pay and the marvelous bonuses. And when that starts being stripped away from you slowly, it kind of leaves you with, what am I here for? If I'm doing all this work, I've invested all my years and time here, and you're slowly withdrawing everything that I've earned technically and that I was offered. You know, you would think that you're grandfathered in, but that's not necessarily the case. Remember, these employers, that most of them have in their applications that they are at will. And at will, they will choose to make any changes when it comes to your job and your benefits. Oh, this card wanted to come out. Yeah. So don't be too certain and don't be too quick to think that your job or your career can't just slip out right from underneath you, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't know. Management makes a lot of moves. They plan a lot behind your back. They don't tell you everything, because they themselves don't know everything, but they can make impulsive decisions that can affect your pocket, that can affect you emotionally. Okay, so just don't put that much confidence in your employers, okay? Because again, at the end of the day, they are the business. You are the employee. So if you want to make sure that you're good, you need to be proactive, Sagittarius, and do things so that if things don't work out with your current position, that you have other doors of opportunity and other ways to make money. See? Even if it's a small, with the Page of Cups, even if it's a small gesture of someone offering you something part-time or giving you a little something to do, it's better than nothing. Sometimes the small gigs that we get can add up to be big gigs. It can give you exposure. People can recognize your work and want to take you in. So clean up those resumes. Try to partner with people. If you're independent and you have a business or you have, an online site, try to drive more energy there. Try to get more exposure. I know a lot of people, you're working more than one job, and you have to these days. So keep both balanced, but also put a lot into the one that might have to be your primary one day. Let's pick one more card from the tarot. Yeah. Birth those ideas with the Empress energy. A lot of you who don't have a second career, you might not have a hobby, you might have a talent, but you've never tapped into it. You're now thinking like, hey, I've got to do something, because maybe you aren't finding that second career outside of your job. Maybe there are no other opportunities that you can physically do. So you've got to be able to do things that you can physically do and mentally be able to handle, right? And skillfully be good at, that can make you money while working within your time frame, where you live, how you live, etc. It all has to make sense, right? You don't want to take a second job if that second job you have to travel an hour or two to get to, or you're going to be spending more gas money, more than the money that you're going to be getting. So you really have to write out and make a plan with the pros and cons. If you take on a second job, a third career, or open up your own business, how do you work that with what you have? Does it make sense? Does it add? Or does it cause you more expense than bringing in money? But like I said, always try to have that plan B, and don't be so set on your current job that nothing can happen to it, because everyone is expendable at any time, especially during these uncertain markets. We get outlook. Some of you need to improve your relationship with money. Like I said, some of you need to take a look at how you save money, how you spend money, how you respect money. You may have conflicting values that impose negativity on your values around money. You could have bad habits from the way how your parents spent money, or how they showed you or didn't show you how to have money, right? Many of us who are older, we might have had economics back in the day in school that tried to tell us a little bit about the economy, but how many people really know how to manage their money and what the value of the dollar is in the country that you live in? So you need to change your behavior and develop better money habits. And no one needs to tell you that more than you. You know when you're not handling your money correctly. You know when you're in the minus. You know when you're ducking the bill collectors, that you're doing something wrong. With independent, like I said, it might not be the ticket for you anymore to work for an employer with all the uncertainties with the corporate arena. You might just want to do your own thing. A lot of you do have the skills and talent, and the type of work that you do can afford you to break off from your company and be independent and work on your own and freelance. Not everyone has that opportunity, but others of you do with your artistic talents. So if you're not self-employed, it might be the time to take the entrepreneurial route. I know it's scary, especially with getting life insurance and health insurance and stuff like that, but if you're really talented, you can do it, trust me. So consider investing and committing in yourself, in your own business. What we're doing now when we work a 9 to 5, we're committing to someone else's business, someone else's dream. So your financial freedom will come from being able to stand alone and know that you can do it. It's just that you just got to do it and start. And yes, I get it. If you have a great job, you don't want to touch that right now and take that leap of faith. You might want to work in conjunction to that job. But if for some reason you're let go or your firm closes, this is the best time to try to be independent. We also get beauty. Some of you might want to work in the beauty field. You might be a stylist, a makeup artist. You might create beauty products. You might have chemist type things. You might be very attractive where you can model your hair, your nails, or do the runway. So enhance and embrace your unique style and own it. Let the world see you for who you truly are. The world is open up to so many different type of looks that everything now can be appealing to everyone. So consider careers in doing hair, making or selling jewelry, manufacturing, selling, or modeling clothing, or any other job that enhances other people's beauty. How many people do we see and follow, many of us here on the internet for years now, who are beauty gurus, right? They have big followings, and they've even gone off of YouTube into the mainstream. Their products are in stores, and this can happen to you as well. Your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. So you've just got to tap into all your resources and know that you have the ability. Once you figure out what your niche is, you can move forward and apply yourself towards that. At the bottom, we get embrace the wisdom of the unknown. A lot of you move your life in the direction of what is certain because you don't want to take risk, and I get it. But sometimes you need to embrace and just take that leap of faith and say, you know what, let me just do this. What's the worst that can happen? In some cases, you will need to have a nest egg and something to fall back upon, so in case it doesn't work out. But sometimes taking that leap of faith and just winging it and trusting yourself can be very successful. Wow. Why? Because you have luck in the middle of the deck. Your luck, Sagittarius, is about to change many of you for the better. You could possibly get a lucky breakthrough, some type of financial breakthrough. And like I said, I do feel some of you could be coming into money from past investments that have now grown and matured, or money that will be gifted to you. Anything you do now will be very, very prosperous for you. So that lucky charm is working. This is the greatest time of your life, Sagittarius, especially as our birthday season comes about, where you want to make a change, you're continuing to grow, you want to manifest, to take that lucky stride and go with it and know that things can possibly work out much better than you ever dream or fathomed. With the energy of outside forces, again with the unknown, a lot of unknown energy. Unknown figures are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will soon shift and you will be okay. I really feel this taps into your employers and your companies. Remember, we started out with that moon energy, that there's a lot going on with these companies and businesses behind the scenes, cutting benefits, maybe planning layoffs or closures or mergers. And the staff, you, the employee, doesn't know about it. And even though these outside forces are working, and it might impact you, it might bless you in the long run. So that's really good. We get this card, Topped. I've never gotten this before. You will feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. So that just confirms what I said, right? If you want to tap into being an entrepreneur or doing something creative with your talents, don't give up your day job, right? Wait till you can really build that up and see an income coming in that you can replace or add to that job before you consider doing that. You should never leave a job without having something else, especially in these days and times. Like, that's just not even possible to do, even if you wanted to. With the card of unfolding, access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. Sagittarius, you're growing as you learn, and the more you learn, the more you expand. The great thing about YouTube and social media and the internet in a whole, as much as it has toxicity and negativity, it also has a vast community of knowledge free knowledge that you can take advantage of to grow your business, to learn about financing and banking and how to grow a company, how to maintain a company, how to save, how to branch off, how to sell your company, how to get into real estate, whatever you want to do, even how to start a YouTube channel. The information is out there, both locally and internationally. So please take advantage of that. With gestures, you may be asked, Sagittarius, to help someone. So not only will you be getting some help or some goodness coming your way, but you might have the opportunity to help someone who comes to you. So give praise to others, give recognition to others. If you are a boss or you are a supervisor or manager, just like when you were the employee and you wanted to be recognized for your work, it's also important that when you are in a managerial or ownership position, that you treat your employees fairly and you recognize them and accommodate them for the good work that they do. At the bottom of the deck, we get manifesting. I love it. Who doesn't want to get the card manifesting? Sagittarius, you have the power to manifest whatever you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. Are you writing in your journals? Are you looking and constantly reciting your affirmations and looking at your vision boards? If you haven't made one and you want to make one, I'll be glad to do a workshop, a digital workshop with you to do one. I did one a few years ago. I'll be glad to do one either during our birthday season or to jumpstart the new year. But vision boards have a lot of energy into it, and it can help you manifest the things that you want to do, especially your dreams, your intuition, your inner thinking. What you believe you want to happen in your life and you want to manifest, it can. You just got to feed it the energy and continue to take action towards it. This is from my deck. We get stop investing in others and invest in yourself. Didn't that just come up earlier? We were talking about, and I also said that, at the end of the day, these corporations and businesses, they're going to look out for themselves. And what we're doing by working for them is we're fulfilling their dream. We're making them lucrative. We need to stop investing in corporations and big businesses and start investing in ourselves so we can see the direct return and eliminate the middleman. I also said that some of you might be having issues either paying off a debt or collecting a debt. If you have loaned money to someone and you have it legally documented, take legal action, take them to court, do whatever you need to do to get your money and to get interest on that money, depending on the agreement and depending on the amount. Any debt which you are owed, especially if it's from an employer or anyone, and you need that money, take the legal action. It might cost you some money, but you can put that on the back end that not only you get compensated for the money that you are owed for the debt, but they also pay you for the legal expenses it took for you to get that money back from them. I love it. Unexpected job offer, a career opportunity. A lot of good confirmations. I'm really feeling this energy for this November reading. I don't know if it's because the lucky charm, luck is on our side because this is our birthday month coming up, but we're getting a lot of confirmation here and a lot of messages talking about unexpected job opportunities, job offerings, job partnerships, career opportunities. So not only job, but career opportunities as well. Your constant travel and entertainment expenses are depleting your funds. It's good to play. We know we want to have that balance between work, home life, and play. But how much money are you spending on the weekend? How much bottles are you popping on the weekend, right? Are you traveling and taking big lavish vacations? Is that coming out of the money that you've invested and made? It's good to enjoy and live, right, from the money that you've earned, but you've got to make it make sense and you've got to do it in increments and you've got to match the energy of the times. If things are uncertain, especially if you know your job may be in jeopardy or what you have right now financially, you need to make it grow and not spend, then kind of back away from the lavish trips or space them out until things get better and, financially in the world and within your own self. Your partner or relationship may be or is distracting you from your work and studies. Some of you could be traveling a lot, partying a lot, and it could be from the encouragement of your partner. If you have a partner that maybe they come from money, they're rich, so they don't really worry about money, and they think life is just one party and one travel destination, every other weekend. that's good for them, but that doesn't work for you. And it's great when you have a partner that has money and they don't have to worry about financial security. But at the end of the day, Saggy, you've got to have your own. That's your partner's money. Even if you're married to them, at the end of the day, yes, you can combine it because you're married, but there's no gratification and better joy that you can achieve than manifesting and having your own money. Okay, having your own money set aside. Anything can happen. People break up. You end up fighting over the money. Have your own money that is just destined for you to make the decisions what you want to do with your life and your money. And again, if you have a partner that has a lot of money, or they don't have a lot of money, but they like spending your money, that's even more of a reason that you can't just jump off these whirlwinds and do everything your partner suggests, especially when they're not banking or financing it. I know you want to make your partner happy, you want to have great times, but if they're not contributing financially to this and it's all coming out of your pocket, you need to start spacing these out or not doing them at all until they can put in as well. As we're coming to a close, we get teamwork. A lot of you are going to be relying on your team, on your job, for things to progress. Your teamwork is going to be judged and looked upon as you get performance reviews. The energy of your team, how you function together as a team. You might be overwhelmed and you need to slow down. Like I said, some of you could be spending money, yes, that you have, and some of you that you don't have, either to keep up with the Joneses, or again, you're trying to satisfy your lover, you're trying to make your partner happy. Whatever the reason is, you need to slow it down because it is overwhelming you, but you're not admitting it to yourself. Be proud of yourself, those of you who are manifesting, who are continuing to grow. You've gotten a lot of wisdom through your losses in life, financially and career-wise, and you've turned it around. Be proud of yourself for those of you who've turned your credit history around, for those of you who've bought your new home or just finished paying your child's, college off. All these big things that you do in your life, these milestones that you're able to manifest and work through and pay off, it's a big thing. It's a big thing because a lot of people don't have that help. A lot of people don't have that money to make these type of purchases or pay off these type of expenses. So be proud of yourself of all that you've been able to do for you and your family. At the bottom of the deck, we got be smart with your money. And I think in closing, that's just common sense. Be smart with your money, especially in these times when the world itself economically is not in a good way, and it can go either way. When even your particular home or your job and career could be up in question. If you want to take that leap of faith and be an entrepreneur, it might work, it might not work out, but it's going to take money. So just be smart as you move forward. Continue to pray, continue to manifest, do those affirmations, keep working with those vision boards. And like I said, if you want me to do a digital one here with you on the channel, just comment below. And if I get at least 10 or more people who are interested, I'll love to do one. Or you can go back in the content and see if I still have posted any past videos that I might have done. Thank you again for joining me with your career and your finance reading for this first half of November. Really, really good stuff. And I hope you're on the winning side. And if you're not, remember, you have luck on your side. You are truly blessed. You've just got to take action and be smart with your money. Namaste.